Welcome everyone to another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling 2020. Booking Sunday Night Heat for week 4 of July in 2001. After this show, it will be SmackDown and then the Invasion pay-per-view. I'm still doing it where Heat was taped. Heat was always taped, mostly. Um, but where like if it's on the night of a pay-per-view, the fans will see something different depending whether or not they're watching MTV where Heat was broadcast, or if they're watching the pre-show of the pay-per-view. That's where stuff like a pre-show match or and promos will happen. So anyway, let's run what people would be watching on MTV if they didn't order the pay-per-view, and see what happens. In an abysmal pre-show match, Rob Conway defeated Tim Austin by pinfall with an iron fist. This got a 13. In a pre-show bout that had little heat and embarrassing wrestling, Funaki defeated Delirious by pinfall with the Fisherman Buster. This got a 31. Now it's time for the actual show. In a bout that didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling, K Quick defeated Jimmy Cicero by pinfall with the Truth or Consequences. This got a 36. A video plays hyping Kidman and Regal for Invasion. This got a 47. A video plays hyping Al Snow and Sean Stasiak for Invasion. This got a 43. In a bout that didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling, Chavo Guerrero Jr. defeated Chris Chetty by pinfall. This got a 38. So Crash Holly is pacing back and forth in the locker room, and Crash goes, "Do you think I'm going to go away that easy? You and your boys had to attack me on SmackDown, but when my cousin was ready in the ring, you didn't want to get physically involved, and your boys failed repeating on Raw what they had done on SmackDown. The problem for you is Invasion is at the end of this week. You can't hide behind your boys, and you will have to face me in the ring. When that happens, you are going to realize there is nothing that can be done to stop me from taking the WCW Cruiserweight Championship away from you. See you at Invasion, Greg." And this guy 31. So Steven Richards is backstage, and Steven goes, "Why am I not surprised? The Godfather has went back to his original ways, and he wants to take me on in a match. When I was creating the right to censor, you couldn't handle me then, but you think you can handle me now, after Paul Heyman reminded me who I was? The problem is with failures like The Godfather, I could speak until I was blue in the face and still would not make a difference. The Godfather would continue to be stubborn in his ways and promote the very things I tried to save him from. Just like I wanted to save people from the bad influences of The Godfather, but the only way to save people from those influences is to destroy the people who promote those influences. Godfather, I will meet you in the ring at any time. I will destroy your bad influences and rid the WWF of your influences once and for all." And this got 34. In a bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd but terrible wrestling, Jerry Lynn defeated Evan Courageous and Jamie Noble when Jerry Lynn made Evan Courageous submit with a cross armbreaker submission. Jerry Lynn successfully defends the WWF Light Heavyweight Championship. Jerry Lynn carried the match in terms of in-ring performance, and this got a 41. Jamie Noble is getting to his feet after an unsuccessful attempt to claim the WWF Light Heavyweight Championship. Just as Jamie Noble stands up, he is taken down and attacked by Aguila. Aguila gets in a few punches before being restrained by officials and security. This guy is 17, but their storyline was like, I think, at 13 heat. So it got a 40. And they said Jamie Noble was used too much, but it's Sunday Night Heat. Before I end this, we are going to go to the notepad because a bunch of things happened. Chris Benoit was mocking Randy Orton's popularity or lack thereof, so I gave Benoit a stern warning for it. Nothing happened from it. Deborah was fined for showing up late. Nothing happened from it. Grandmaster Sexay was fined for causing damage to Rhino's rental car. The fine was had a small positive impact on Grandmaster Sexay, and Grandmaster Sexay and Rhino were both pleased how that was handled. CM Punk beat up Buff Bagwell backstage and was suspended. CM Punk, Bull Buchanan, and Buff Bagwell were all happy with the suspension. So that was what happened on Sunday Night Heat. The next episode will be on me booking SmackDown. Um, but until then, good night, everyone.